Good evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I'm Asia Sharma. Here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Tuesday, the 12th of December. Indian Prime Minister flies on seaplane on last day of campaigning in pole-bound Gujarat. Former warlord Hekmatyar opposes calls for forming interim government in Afghanistan. And Nepal's former premier, Oli, likely to return in power, says will take opposition along. And now for all the details. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Tuesday travelled in a seaplane to highlight the development work done by his ruling Bharatiya Janata Party or BJP in pole-bound Gujarat province. The move was also designed to give a response to opposition Congress party, which alleged that BJP's Gujarat model of development is a fail.
Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Tuesday took a seaplane ride from Sabarmati River in Ahmedabad city and landed at the Rohri Dam in his home province, Gujarat. The seaplane ride was designed to draw attention to the development work done by Modi's ruling Bharatiya Janata Party or BJP, which is seeking a fifth straight term in power in Gujarat. It was the last day of campaigning ahead of second phase of assembly polls in the western province, scheduled to be held on December 14. Prime Minister Modi later paid obeisance at the famous Ambaji temple in Mehsana and offered prayers. He also held a road show greeting cheering crowds who stood on both sides of the roads. Meanwhile, India's main opposition Congress Party President Rahul Gandhi held a press conference in Ahmedabad city to highlight the party's agenda ahead of the polls.
कांग्रेस पार्टी बैलेंस तरीके से गुजरात को आगे बढ़ाई। हमने किसानों का कर्जा माफ की बात की है, सरदार पटेल हेल्थ केयर कार्ड की बात की है, पब्लिक हॉस्पिटल्स में डॉक्टर्स, नर्सेज लाने की बात की है।
The Gujarat elections are crucial for the Congress, which hopes it will give it a shot at revival ahead of the next national elections due in 2019.
Two bank guards were killed in a militant attack in Shopia district of India's northern Jammu and Kashmir province on Monday. The militants attacked a cash van carrying the guards with the intention to loot the money in it but failed.
Two bank guards were killed in a militant attack on a cash van in Shopian district of India's northern Jammu and Kashmir province on Monday. The militants opened fire at the cash van as they wanted to loot the money inside the vehicle. However, they could not take any money as the van was returning after dropping off cash. The militants, however, managed to escape with the guns which were in possession of the guards.
पैसे नहीं क्योंकि पैसे उन्होंने ड्रॉप किए थे वहीं पे, तो इनके वेपन ले गए साथ में 12 बोर के और इनको पुलवामा हॉस्पिटल में शिफ्ट किया गया, लेकिन वहीं पे इनकी डेथ हो गई।
Indian Kashmir has been witnessing numerous militant attacks and infiltration attempts from across the border from the last 2 decades. India blames Pakistan for training militants and helping them infiltrate its border. Pakistan denies the allegations.
In news from Afghanistan, Afghanistan's Ministry of Water and Energy on Monday said that 2 Indian companies have been selected to start the work on CASA 1000 power project in the country. The Indian companies are expected to begin with construction of power transmission lines by next month.
Officials of Afghanistan's Ministry of Water and Energy on Monday said that 2 Indian companies have been selected to start the work on the CASA 1000 power project in the country. The CASA 1000 project, worth $2.1 billion, aims to bring 1,300 megawatts of electricity from Kyrgyzstan and Tajikistan into Afghanistan and Pakistan. The Afghan government is expected to invest $235 million for the project's implementation, and the Indian companies will implement the project inside Afghanistan in 3 phases.
یک پلی که ملت‌های دو منطقه و 4 کشور با هم مرتبط میشه.
The power project will start from Kyrgyzstan and it will reach Afghanistan through Tajikistan and onwards to Pakistan's Peshawar city. The project is expected to enhance economic ties between the contributing nations and boost Afghanistan's transit reputation in the region and entire Asia.
More on news from Afghanistan. Former warlord Gulbuddin Hekmatyar has expressed his opposition to call for convening a traditional assembly to form an interim government in Afghanistan. He said he did not want the present government to change in the current circumstances in the country.
Hizb Islami leader and former warlord Gulbuddin Hekmatyar on Monday expressed his opposition to the calls for holding Loya Jirga in Afghanistan. He said the current circumstances were not appropriate to convene Loya Jirga, a traditional assembly, to form an interim government in the country. He also called on the Taliban to enter into peaceful negotiation talks with the Afghan government. Hekmatyar further said the ongoing war in Afghanistan was favoring Iran and added that Pakistan has lost much due to the crisis in Afghanistan. Hekmatyar's remarks come at a time when relations between Afghanistan and Pakistan have been fragile over the past few years. Afghanistan blames Pakistan provides unfettered support to terror groups which are destabilizing the entire region.
Moving on to news from Bangladesh, US President Donald Trump's decision to recognize Jerusalem as Israel's capital has prompted a wave of protest across Islamist countries. Hundreds of protesters in Bangladesh on Monday demonstrated against the move, which they said threatens security and stability in the Middle East and the world.
Around 2,000 protesters from an Islamic group in Bangladesh on Monday protested in Dhaka city against US President Donald Trump's recognition of Jerusalem as Israel's capital. The protesters raised slogans and tried to march to the US embassy in the capital city but were blocked by barricades and police. They joined the global chorus of condemnation of US President's controversial move, which they say threatens security and stability in the Middle East and the world. The status of Jerusalem, a city holy to Jews, Muslims and Christians, is one of the thorniest barriers to a lasting Israeli-Palestinian peace. Palestinians claim East Jerusalem for the capital of an independent province that they seek, while Israel maintains that all of Jerusalem is its capital.
In news from Nepal, Nepal's CPN-UML party chairman KP Sharma Oli on Monday said he would duly respect the opposition and take it along. The former Nepalese premier is expected to return to power as the left alliance of his party, and the CPN-Maoist Centre is likely to have a comfortable majority in the recently held polls, according to preliminary poll results.
Nepal's CPN-UML party chairman and likely to be the next premier KP Sharma Oli on Monday said he would duly respect the opposition and take it along. Oli made the remarks while collecting the certificate of victory at an election office in Jhapa district, where he has won with 57,139 votes. The left alliance between Oli's party and CPN-Maoist Centre has won 110 seats out of 165 seats under the first-past-the-post category. Now, with majority votes, the left alliance is expected to install a government at the centre with the country's Nepali Congress, which is facing its biggest electoral debacle ever in opposition. Nepal witnessed the parliamentary and provincial polls in two phases on November 26th and December 7, capping its 11-year transition from monarchy to federal democracy.
Women for decades have suffered oppression and abuse in Afghanistan, but this is changing gradually. A total of 20 female military cadets from Afghanistan are undergoing military training in India's southern Chennai city to serve their country alongside men.
A total of 20 Afghan women who serve in the Afghanistan Army are undergoing military training in Chennai city of India's southern Tamil Nadu province. The 3-week training, which began on December 4th, aims to train the women in operating arms and ammunition and different military gadgets. They are being encouraged to use the training for self-defense as well.
Training here is for the Afghan women is very important because Afghanistan haven't so much place for training and also for military training.
Since being friendly, since having friendly relations with Afghanistan, we are trying to give them and take from them the experiences which we have always had. We are trying to give them so that once they go back, they can exhibit the same in Afghanistan also.
India has been one of Afghanistan's biggest allies in the war against Taliban, training thousands of security personnel. New Delhi has also played a significant role in the reconstruction and rehabilitation of Afghanistan.
Argentine football legend Diego Maradona unveiled a 12-feet statue of himself in India's eastern Kolkata city on Monday. The statue depicted Maradona holding aloft of 1986 World Cup trophy.
Hundreds of fans gathered to see football legend Diego Maradona as he arrived to unveil a statue of himself in India's eastern Kolkata city. Maradona was welcomed with bouquets, garland and a traditional scarf at a sports club in the city, where he unveiled a 12-feet statue of him holding aloft the 1986 World Cup trophy. This is his second visit to the country. He thanked his admirers at the event and said that he was not the god of football, but a simple footballer.
Lo que ustedes vieron en los videos, eso uno lo lleva dentro del alma. Y yo no soy Dios, soy un simple jugador que hizo reír y sonreír a la gente en un campo de fútbol. Gracias, les agradezco muchísimo y que disfruten de este evento. De verdad, muchas gracias.
Maradona, who helped Argentina lift the World Cup in 1986, arrived in Kolkata on Sunday for a 3-day visit.
Fresh and heavy spell of snow and rain were welcomed in India's northern Jammu and Kashmir province on Tuesday. The season's first drop in mercury caught the locals off guard, and they were seen making bonfires on roads.
Residents of Indian Kashmir woke up to a dusting of snow on the roads, trees and rooftops as the valley received its first snowfall, bringing a months-long dry spell to an end. The snowfall brought cheer to residents as it will benefit local businesses. The northernmost province of India has been experiencing a lean tourist season. The snowfall is expected to help pull the crowds back.
अल्लाह का शुक्र है, ये जो बर्फ गिरा है पहली बार, ये अल्लाह का बहुत बड़ा तोहफा ही हमारे लिए कश्मीरियों के लिए होता है। ये शुक्र है अल्लाह का, ये बर्फ पहली बार गिरा है, बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है, बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है, क्योंकि खुशक मौसम था, बीमारियां ज़्यादा बढ़ गई थी, पावर नहीं था। ये हमारे लिए खुशी की बात है कि बर्फ पड़ रही है, जिससे हमें बहुत सा फायदा होगा।
The Indian Meteorological Department, or IMD, has predicted that snowfall in the higher reaches of the Himalayan region will continue for the next few days. Snowfall in Indian Kashmir has a direct impact on temperatures in lower northern provinces of India.
Well, that's all we have for you from South Asia this evening. Now our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on Facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We'll see you same time tomorrow. Good night.